sports. It's in the game.
That wasn't a lucky play. That was just good football.
Tonight, from GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2 yards to go, second down. A give to Etienne running right. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Well, the Chiefs offense going to make their way out, and at the helm, a now 3-time Super Bowl MVP in his 8th season in the NFL, it's Patrick Mahomes.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And some space here. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. That's laid out deep for Rice. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for KC. 46 yards. Mahomes now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. That ball caught. It's Rice. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 6-0 our score after 1. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Slant complete to Etienne. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne. And oh, he coughed it up. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
He certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd, buying time to his left. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Draw play, Etienne. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. They'll look to throw here. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw again. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Olave over the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back to throw again. That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. 2nd and 6. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 6 yards away. And the Saints are an extra point away from taking the lead. A point after, good by Groupie. And they take the lead here at 7-6. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could...
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Mahomes. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Being chased, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. where it was the visiting Panthers who were able to come in and get one on the road. Chuba Hubbard.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. On first down, Mahomes flushed out right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 down at the 33. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Gray. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
One of the tight ends comes in motion. Walker is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
They'll set up to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Etienne up the middle. They juked him, and he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Mahomes to throw on second down. Out to his left. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 24 yards. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Mahomes now to throw. Eluding. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. ETN bringing in another one. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes. Left in regulation. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here we go with Kamara. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Dancing to his left. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now here's Mahomes. On the move to his left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Chiefs are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll get that underneath ETN. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. There he goes left side. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And an official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team